You know it's this. Take a perk and a talk of that shit. Money swallowing like sis. Did it perfect in the kid. Got a billion who sang on my head. Look up better put on the road I just spent. I know we got $1 million. The devil that shit ain't not cheaper than again.
Hello and welcome back, fellow anime lovers, to MangaMuse. I am delighted to have you join us once again in the world of fanfiction and fantasy. This is the first part of What If Naruto Enters Jackiechan Adventures. Special note, this fanfic is written and a masterpiece of KFB Anime 87 on fanfiction.net. Do check and support the author too. Now smash the like, share and subscribe button for more. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss such great parts. Thanks for the introduction. Now let's dive into the world. Forests of Tsushima Island. The island of Tsushima hadn't changed much in years since the people there had made sure nature there hadn't been disturbed. Legends there say that over 900 years ago a kitsune demon sorcerer made the island a home for him and his fellow kitsunes and that the forests on the island was their territory. Most humans thought this was just a story, but unknown to them two kitsunes were outside their hidden village for the day. A red-furred fox with 8 tails was leading her kit who had a lighter shade of fur and 1 tail. The kit seemed more preoccupied with playing with everything around him. Now Naruto, I'm here to teach you how to hunt, the kitsune said to the young kitsune in a female voice. This was Kushina. Oh butterfly, Naruto said with a smile as he pawed at a flying butterfly. Oh you are so lucky, you are adorable, Kushina said rolling her eyes as her son was too cute to ignore. Naruto then rolled over onto his back. HMHMMO, who fell over, you did. Kushina said in a cute tone as she rubbed his belly with one of her paws. Naruto laughed at this. Mama, he said as he batted his mom's nose with his paw. Ugh, if this gets any more cutesy I'm gonna stick my claws down my throat, a older looking kitsune with 7 tails said as he made himself known. Ugh Danzo, are you here to challenge me again? Kushina said as she hated the elderly fox as he was everything she hated. Why leave yourself to train him and to hunt when there are so many skilled kitsune in the village to do it for you? The one-eyed fox said. Because I like to spend time with my son, you would know that if you ever had kits, Kushina said with a glare. Well, we certainly can't ask the father now, can we? Danzo said with a small snicker. Kushina growled at this before she looked at her son. Now watch mommy sweetie, this is how you fight, she said before she charged at the older kitsune. CRP. Danzo said before he got tackled. Kushina fought with Danzo, making sure to give him some marks that were both painful and memorable. Naruto smiled at this before he spotted what looked like a new toy to play with near the grass nearby. He pawed at the new toy a bit before it moved closer to the grass. Naruto shook his tail before jumping and biting down on it before yelping as the new toy dragged him away into the tall grass. Soon he was pulled out on the other side of the grass. Ugh, it's just a baby fox, a man in a hunting outfit said. Well, it's better than nothing, maybe some rich person on the main island will want it as a pet, another man said. Naruto let out a loud whine as they threw him into a wooden box, making the men flinch. Dumb thing got vocals, the man said rubbing his ear hole. The other man sealed up the box and nailed it closed. Kushina's ear twitched hearing the whine as she looked to see Naruto was gone. Naruto? She asked as she started to look around. Huh? Danzo said, lifting his head up before sniffing the air. Gur humans. He growled. Kushina ignored Danzo as she frantically looked around for her kit. She soon spotted a truck nearby driving away. Mama, she heard a voice yelled from a box in the back of the truck. My baby, she said as she chased after it. As she ran she grew to the size of a lion so she could catch up. She soon caught up with the truck and jumped onto the back of the truck. Mama, she heard from inside the box. It's okay Naruto, mommy's got you. Kushina yelled as she started to bite at the rope that held the box down, and before she could open the box itself one of the poachers in the front aimed a rifle at her and fired at her. Naruto, who heard the gunshot, flinched at this as he saw from a hole in the box his mother fall from the truck. Mama! Naruto yelled as the box shook from the truck, making a sharp turn, making the box go flying from the truck and fall into a river nearby. Kushina laid on the road as she looked at her gunshot wound before growling as her tails ignited. "I'm gonna kill you," she roared as she took off after the truck. Unknown to her that the box her kit was in was floating down the river which led out to the sea away from the island. "Mama!" Naruto cried from the box as the box went out to sea, drifting farther and farther from his homeland, floating for days. A few days later, Naruto laid in his box sleeping as that was all he could do before he felt the box shift as if being lifted. "Hey Mr. Chan, I think we found something," a voice said, making Naruto scared. Outside the box, a young Chinese man in a travel outfit approached the box that several of his workers found. This was Jackie-chan, a fresh archaeologist out of school ready to make a splash in the world of archaeology. "Here, let me see it, I'll open it," Jackie said as he approached the box. Since he felt it was best to open it so his men wouldn't be curious, he took a crowbar from one of his workers and started to pry the box open, and when it broke open he reached inside. "Chomp! Ow!" Jackie said as he pulled his hand out, shaking it frivolously. Unknown to him, the kitsune that bit him in a quick flash of blue fire turned into a human toddler of 4 years old with blonde hair and whisker marks. This was a result of Naruto's instincts as a kitsune kicking in. Jackie looked onto the box and his eyes widened in surprise. "Well, hello little one," he said to Naruto with a friendly smile. Naruto whimpered at this as he didn't know if Jackie was a threat. Now who would put a child in a box? Jackie mused as he lifted the child out of the box, examining him for many reasons as one should in situations like this. When his workers saw the child, they were surprised. "You look like you could use some clothes and some food, little one, and a bath," Jackie said with a smile at Naruto, cringing as he took a whiff of him. "We're on it, Mr. Chan," his workers said as they all scampered to work. "Can you talk, little guy? Where's your mommy?" Jackie asked with a friendly smile. Naruto whimpered at this and started to lightly cry. Jackie frowned at this as he cursed himself mentally. "Hey, it's okay, I got you and I won't let anything happen to you." "Do you have a name?" he asked. "And Naruto," he said, slightly scared. Japanese for maelstrom, I like it," Jackie said with a smile at the little boy, and as Jackie carried him away, Naruto slowly felt safe with this human. Few days later in San Francisco. Inside an antique shop in San Francisco, a old man was looking over a new artifact in his back room when he heard the bell to his front door ring. The old man got up and walked towards the front of his shop and saw it was Jackie. Jackie, come give uncle a hug," he said with a smile. Jackie smiled at this and went in for a hug, but before he could hug uncle he smacked him in the forehead with 2 fingers. "You didn't call, you want uncle to worry. One more thing, you didn't bring souvenir, that rude. One more thing, university call, they very happy with your results in Japan," uncle listed off. "Sorry, I forgot to bring you anything uncle, I was a little distracted," Jackie said as he pointed to behind his leg. Uncle looked where Jackie pointed and saw Naruto hiding behind Jackie's leg. Naruto was now wearing an orange shirt and some blue pants. "Ya. You bring home child?" Uncle yelled in surprise. Naruto flinched at this and in a burst of blue fire turned into his kitsune form and ran into the shop. "Wah!" Jackie said in surprise as he didn't expect the child he found to turn into a kitsune. Ya. No pets allowed," Uncle yelled as he and Jackie chased after Naruto. Jackie and Uncle looked around for Naruto, which was actually hard since Naruto seemed to be pretty sneaky. "Why you bring kitsune to Uncle's shop?" Uncle asked as he looked around his antiques for Naruto. "I didn't know he was a kitsune, I found him in a wooden crate without his mother and thought I should bring him home," Jackie said as he looked under a table. Uncle slightly smiled at this. "You have good heart, nephew. Now find kitsune before he destroys one of my antiques or worse burn down my shop, they are nature spirits of fire," he yelled. "Yes uncle," Jackie said automatically as he continued to look. Jackie looked under a shelf and found him. When he reached for Naruto he was hit in the face with a wave of scorching embers. "Hot, hot, hot," he said as he smacked his face. Quit being baby fox, fire not burn. It used for distraction, uncle said as Kitsune could use fire and fox fire. What he saw was fox fire. What do you know about kitsunes? Jackie asked as the blue fire disappeared. They're mischievous creatures, always up to mischief, uncle said as he remembered what he read in his library. So they aren't evil? Jackie asked. Depend on kitsune, uncle said as it was a choice concerning nature spirits, as one could be good another evil, it was a choice in the end. The sound of pots and pans dropping alerted them to the kitchen. Uncle's ramen. Uncle yelled, realizing that he was letting pot of ramen cool in the kitchen before Jackie came home. Jackie and uncle went into the kitchen and saw that the kitchen was a mess with a big pot on the kitchen floor with a kitsune tail sticking out of it wagging happily. Ah, kitsune hungry, uncle said before he smacked Jackie with his fingers again. Why you no feed kitsune before you come home, he said. I did, he very hungry little guy, Jackie said with a chuckle as he picked up the pot and put it on the counter, and in a flash of blue fire Naruto in his human form poked his head out of the pot covered in broth but a bright smile on his face. Dada! Naruto said to Jackie as he held out his arms to Jackie. Jackie paused at this before smiling as he picked up Naruto. Great, now he think you it's papa. Uncle said. Well, he does need a home, Jackie said as he chuckled as Naruto laughed. Yeah, very well, he is cute, and uncle refused to leave child with nobody, uncle said as he sighed. Guess you're living here now, I'm your dad and that's your uncle. Jackie said, pointing at himself and then uncle. Uncle. Naruto said with a smile at the old man. I just hope the mother doesn't come looking, as Mother Kitsune will destroy anything in its way to protect their kits, uncle said in a serious tone. With Kushina. At a port at the beach of Tsushima, the ports were all on fire as what looked like poachers were trying to get on boats to leave the island. You had to go after a demon kitsune, one of the poachers yelled to his fellow poachers. Like I knew those stories were real, one of the poachers yelled as they all finally left the island on a boat. They then heard a roar and a booming sound as they saw a massive kitsune fox the size of a mountain appear in the distance. You think you can steal my kit and leave with your lives? Kushina roared as her tails flew wildly behind her. We don't know where your kit is, one of the poachers yelled in fear. Then your life is forfeit. Kushina yelled as she charged a blast in her mouth and fired it at the ship, destroying it and killing the poachers. As the destroyed ship sunk into the sea, Kushina roared in anger and sorrow for the loss of her kit. 12 years later. It was 12 years later in San Francisco, and Naruto was now a teenager. He had grown into a young man like regular kids, which surprised Jackie, but uncle wasn't surprised since according to him, kitsune age like humans until 21st birthday, then they stop aging. Naruto, or Naruto-chan as he was known now, was walking out of his high school ready to head home after he was in the principal's office being questioned about who pranked the football team. You would think after almost 2 years at this school they would know. I don't leave proof it was me, Naruto thought with a chuckle as he walked down the street. He soon arrived at uncle's antique shop and entered. Ah, great nephew, come give uncle a hug, uncle said with a smile as he approached with his arms out. Naruto smiled at his uncle, but before he could hug him, uncle smacked him in the forehead with his fingers. One of these days I'm going to prepare for that, he grumbled. You late for work at antique shop. One more thing, school call, they think you dye football team uniforms pink. One more thing, this is Jade, she's staying with us for a year, uncle said gesturing to the side. He turned and saw what looked like a 16-year-old Chinese girl with short black hair. She was wearing an orange hoodie and blue jeans. She also had light brown eyes. Hi. He said with a friendly wave. Jade said nothing as she looked at Naruto with a contemplative look. Back to you, they never proved it was me. He said to uncle. Yeah, I know it, you've been pulling pranks since you start school, uncle said. I am who I am, pranks are kinda like breathing for me, Naruto said with a chuckle before uncle smacked him with his fingers again. They then heard the door open and Jackie came in carrying a shield. Hey dad, Naruto said with a smile at his adopted father. Hello. Uncle, there is a girl in the shop. Jackie said looking at Jade. This is Jade, your niece, she will be living here for a year. Uncle said calmly as he was sure to be polite around his newest niece. I have a niece. Jackie said in surprise. Yup, congratulations, it's a girl, Naruto said with a snicker. Very funny. Jackie said as he pushed the shield to Naruto. Jackie, you go make tea, Naruto, you go help Jade move her things into her room, Uncle said looking at both of them. And you can look at this thing. Naruto said as he put the shield down on the desk. He then turned to look at Jade. Okay, Miss Mute, follow me, he said as he picked up 2 of her suitcases. God, what do you have in these things, bricks, or your entire room, he said grunting as he moved towards the steps. Well, my parents made me move here for a year, so duh, Jade said as she followed Naruto. Alright then, Miss Mouth, you take one. Naruto said as he tossed her one of her suitcases. I didn't say you had to show off, Blondie, I can carry my own stuff, Jade said as she took her bag from Naruto. It's called being a gentleman, besides I help around here, I get money. Naruto said with a chuckle. They soon approved a room with only a bed upstairs. We are neighbors, so no loud music, Naruto said with a chuckle as he put Jade's suitcase down in the room. Jade rolled her eyes at this as she put her own bag down next to her bed. So why did your parents send you to live with Jackie? You fall for some bad boy and your parents didn't approve? Naruto asked with a smile as he helped Jade make her bed, since he figured may as well help her set up her room. Jade scoffed at this. No, I have been having trouble at school and my parents didn't like that. I am not ladylike, she said with a scowl. Ha! I've been known to cause a little trouble myself. Naruto said as he thought about his own pranks but paused. Wait, they sent you here 'cause you're a tomboy? He asked, finding that hilarious and made him feel a bit better as that meant she wasn't like other girls. Jade said nothing as she looked out her window and noticed Jackie running across rooftops. Did he just? She asked in awe. Huh, he usually doesn't do that, Naruto said as his father didn't like to show off. Wanna follow him? Jade asked with a smile, her thrill-seeking nature taking over. Oh yeah. Naruto said with his own smile as they left the room. Outside, Naruto and Jade went to the small garage in the back of the shop. You have a car? Jade asked curiously as Naruto unlocked the garage door. Not exactly, Naruto said as he opened the garage door, revealing a motorcycle. You have a motorcycle? Jade asked in surprise and awe, thinking he was cool. Yeah, I had to save for it and pass my driving test, but it was worth it, Naruto said as he sat down on his motorcycle. Awesome. Jade said as she grabbed a spare helmet from a shelf. Just be sure to hold tight and watch where you put the hands, miss, Naruto said with a chuckle as Jade sat behind him. Haha, whiskers, Jade said as Naruto started the motorcycle and drove off. Some miles later, Naruto and Jade drove down the road, the street, Jade holding on to Naruto tight since this was her first ride on a motorcycle. Did we lose him? Jade asked. No, I see him, Naruto said as he pointed at a nearby playground where it looked like Jackie was fighting 3 men, one with red hair, one with sunglasses and one with a black suit. These were Finn, Chao, and Ratso. He's a fighter? Jade asked as they approached through park and Naruto parked his motorcycle. Martial arts, Naruto said as he got off the motorcycle and ran towards the fight. Get of the way, kid, Finn said as he noticed Naruto approaching. Sorry, but that's my dad. Now I'm going to have to ask you all to back away, or else you will be beat up, Naruto said. I don't care what dash, Finn was saying before Naruto kneed him in the gut. I warned you, disco reject, Naruto said before he threw the man into Chao. Naruto, I have this, Jackie said as he fought Ratso and kicked a tether ball into his face. Says the guy that got chased from the rooftops by these guys, Naruto said. I was following them, Jackie said as he continued to fight. Ah, these guys steal from the shop? Naruto asked as he fought Finn and Chao. Explain later, Jackie said as he avoided Ratso's attempts to strike him. Naruto blocked and grabbed punches from Finn and Chao and threw them into Ratso, sending them into the ground. These two are good, Chao groaned. We're getting schooled by a middle schooler. Ratso groaned. High schooler you moron, I'm 16, Naruto said in annoyance. Really? You're so short. Finn said, the others chuckling like idiots. I am a perfectly normal size for someone my age. Naruto said heatedly. Well, if you ate more than ramen maybe you wouldn't be slightly shorter than your peers, Jackie said. So he is short, Chao said, getting a glare from Naruto. Who are you calling short? Naruto yelled as he glared at the three men, his eyes flashing red. The three men started to sweat as they felt his killer intent. Run away. Ratso yelled as him and Chao ran to a car nearby. Right behind ya. Finn yelled as he jumped into the driver's seat and started the car before they took off. Jackie shook his head at this as he looked at his son. Hey, if you're gonna lecture me, do her too, she followed. Naruto said, pointing at Jade. Before Jackie could react, what looked like gas bombs were thrown near him and Naruto. CRP. Naruto said with a flat face before him, and his dad passed out. Jade watched as they were picked up and taken by men in suits. Later. Naruto groaned as he woke up. I swear I better be restrained because when I get my hands on whoever threw those, he said as he saw he was in the back of a van. Relax young man, we're on your side, a bald man said, getting Naruto's attention. Hello Baldy. Naruto said as he held his head. I'm surprised you recovered so quickly from that gas, the man said. I'm special like that, so what do you want? If it's a wig you're barking at the wrong shop kid. Naruto said with a laugh. I'm a old friend of your dad's, Augustus Black, he said, introducing himself. Huh, I thought I recognized that shiny dome from one of dad's old pictures. Naruto said, laughing once more. Jackie was right, you are mischievous. Black muttered. Give me a break, I just got gassed and taken by a bald guy. Naruto muttered. Ugh, bad day, Jackie groaned as he woke up. Hey dad, watch that first step, it's a doozy, Naruto said. Jackie looked at Black and his eyes widened before he smiled. Augustus Black. I haven't seen you in years, where have you been? He asked. Knocking us out and putting us in a van, Naruto said with a flat tone. That explains my back being sore. Wait, weren't there three of us? Jackie asked, realizing they were one short. SHT Jade, she must be freaking out. Naruto said as he realized he messed up. The van soon stopped in an alley. It's about time, let me out. Naruto yelled as he opened the door and him and Jackie got out of the van. Wait Jackie, Black said as he followed. Look, we can talk later, but I have to make a call to my uncle, Jackie said as he got into a phone booth. A phone booth? I keep telling you to get a cell phone dad, Naruto said as he shook his head. Jackie ignored his son as he picked up the phone before the phone booth disappeared into the wall. What the hell? Naruto asked, surprised. That's the secret entrance, Black said with a sigh. Secret agent. Naruto said with amazement in his voice. Black nodded as he led Naruto to a nearby wall which opened up, showing some stairs which they both walked down. They soon reached the end. They saw Jackie on the floor. How did you get here? Jackie groaned as Naruto helped him up. The stairs, Black said simply. Naruto and Jackie looked around and saw many men down below in uniforms. Welcome to section 13. Black said. Okay, this is cool, Naruto said with a smile. I don't think you went through all this trouble for a simple chat. What is going on? Jackie asked. One explanation later. Black had just finished explaining the situation. So this dark hand is after the shield because they think it has magical properties? Naruto asked. Yes, the dark hand has been interested in artifacts lately, Black said with a nod. I mean, what's so special about a shield with a chicken on it? Naruto asked. That's what we are trying to figure out, which is why we brought Jackie here. How can I help? Jackie asked. We need an expert on archaeology so we can try to get ahead of the Dark Hand, Black said. Jackie frowned at this. It wouldn't be field work, it would only be a part-time thing, you could still do your regular work with the university, Black said. I just realized something, Naruto said. Before they could ask Naruto anything, they heard the roar of an engine. Suddenly Jade drove by riding Naruto's motorcycle and grabbed Naruto. Not how I wanted a girl to be after me, Naruto said with a chuckle as he sat behind Jade. Focus whiskers, Jade said as she turned the motorcycle around and drove back towards Jackie, who grabbed onto the motorcycle. Don't call me that. Naruto said. What are you doing? Jackie yelled at Jade as he hung onto the motorcycle. Saving your butts. Jade said as she focused on driving. You speak English? Jackie yelled as he didn't think Jade knew English. Duh. Jade said as she drove down some stairs. I didn't know you knew how to drive, Naruto said in surprise. I don't. Jade yelled in excitement. Then quit driving. Naruto yelled back, not wanting her to damage his bike and crash and kill them. Jade stopped the bike, sending Naruto and Jackie flying into some boxes nearby. Ugh, bad day, Jackie groaned as he held his head. Now get off my bike, Naruto said as he wanted his bike to still have two wheels at the end of this. Let me go, DMN. Jade yelled as some agents grabbed her. Young lady, how did you get in here? Black asked as he approached. Jade finally pulled herself free from the agents. The stairs, she said with a confident smirk. How did a teenager find her way into a secret facility? Black asked his men, who all shrugged. I followed you, and I'm not just a teenager, I'm Jackie's niece. Jade said, sounding proud, getting a suppressed snort from Naruto. Didn't know you had a niece, Jackie, Black said as Jackie approached them. Join the club, Jackie said as he approached Jade. That was one of the most reckless things I have seen, and I raised this one, he said, gesturing to Naruto, who looked like he was insulted. Love you too, Dad, Naruto said with a snicker as he finished checking on his motorcycle. What? I was trying to save you guys, your family, right? Jade asked. Jackie sighed at this as he could tell Jade meant well. Speaking of family, who's watching Uncle? Naruto asked as that was a bad idea, leaving Uncle alone. Jackie's eyes widened at this before he looked at Black. Can I borrow a phone? He asked. Black nodded and handed Jackie a cell phone. Nobody, Jackie said in realization. So you mean to tell me that the only other person besides you that can translate that shield is home alone? Naruto said. Bad day. Jade said. Jackie soon returned to them with a determined look on his face. I need you to keep Naruto and Jade here while I take care of something, he said to Black. What's going dash, Black was saying. Please don't ask me any questions, Jackie quickly said as he ran off and left the room through a door. Naruto watched this and frowned before he felt someone grab him from behind and drag him out of the room. What are you doing? Naruto asked Jade as she dragged him towards his motorcycle. We're gonna go help Jackie, so you gonna drive or do you want me to drive? Jade asked. Don't even think about it, Naruto said as he quickly got in the driver's seat of his motorcycle. Jade pouted slightly at this as she got in her seat behind Naruto before he took off. Back at Uncle's shop. Naruto and Jade walked into the shop and saw Jackie was looking around and that the shop was a mess. What you looking for? Jade asked, making Jackie jump. What are you two doing here? I told you to stay at section 13. Jackie said as he calmed himself. No you didn't, you told Captain Black to watch us, not our fault, he's sloppy, Jade said with a smirk at Jackie. She's got you there, Naruto said with a chuckle as Jade's attitude was amusing to him. Uncle's gone and the Dark Hand want the shield in exchange, I just have to find it first. Jackie said. Naruto and Jade started to help look for the shield and eventually Naruto saw the shield under a pile of books. Found it. Jade yelled as she grabbed the shield and pulled on it, making the books fall onto Jackie. I think next time you need to be more gentle, you have a good attitude but you're kinda reckless, Naruto said as he helped his father up to his feet. If I do that will you guys teach me how to kick butt? Jade asked as she handed the shield to Jackie. We will see. I think you could use the displn and watch your language, Jackie said sternly as he looked at her in a way he often looked at Naruto. So what do we do now? Naruto asked, wondering what the plan was. You two stay here while I go get uncle, Jackie said, not realizing who he was speaking to. Aw. Naruto said as he wanted to help. Don't start or no ramen for a month. Jackie said as he left. We're going after him, aren't we? Jade asked Naruto as she could tell like her, he didn't take no for an answer. Well, usually I wouldn't risk my ramen, but uncle is family so yeah, let's go, Naruto said with a nod. You should cut back anyway, you're barely taller than me, Jade said with a smile as she followed Naruto. Oh, shut up. Naruto yelled as Jade laughed at his face. In the city. Naruto and Jade arrived on Naruto's motorcycle and saw Jackie getting out of a cab in front of a tall building. That where they have him? Jade asked. Ah. Don't do that. Jackie yelled in surprise. Oh please, my pranks are more scary, Naruto said with a roll of his eyes. I thought I told you two to stay at the shop. Jackie said with a disapproving look at the two teens. Oh come on uncle's my family too, I want to help, Jade said. You both stay down here while I get uncle or I'll send you on the next flight back to Hong Kong and you're banned from ramen for a year. Jackie said to the two teenagers as he walked towards the building. Tisk. Jade said, crossing her arms. Something isn't right, I'm going up, Naruto said as he followed. You're willing to risk your ramen? Jade asked. Naruto hesitated at this before he looked at Jade. Like you said, uncle is family so the risk is worth it, he said. Jade nodded as she followed after Naruto. On the roof. Naruto and Jade approached the door to the roof and slowly opened it and saw Jackie confronting a massive big man who had uncle by his side. This man's name was Toru. That is one big dude. Jade muttered as the man was easily a giant. Yeah, I think he could outdo me in a eating contest, Naruto muttered back. Jackie spotted them and gained a panicked look. Naruto held out his palm and gestured to uncle who was closest to him and Jade and made a spinning motion in the air. Am I missing something? Jade whispered, not understanding what was going on. Just watch, Naruto said as he and her watched Jackie. Jackie nodded at this as he looked at Toru. The shield. Toru said simply. You want it? Catch. Jackie yelled as he threw the shield like a frisbee. Toru reached up to grab the shield but it was too high and the shield flew back to Jackie who caught it. You fool, say goodbye to your uncle. Toru said before he looked to his side and saw that uncle was being dragged to the stairs by Jade. Good instincts, Naruto said with a smile at the teen girl. Catch me if you can, Jackie said with a smile as he started to run. While he ran, the shadows themselves started to follow him and soon what looked like ninja with glowing red eyes appeared in front of him blocking his path. Ninja, who has ninjas anymore? Jackie yelled. Naruto spotted this and turned to Jade. Get uncle out of here, he said before he turned to go help Jackie. What about you? Jade asked as her and uncle approached the stairs leading downstairs. No time to argue, just go. Naruto said, his eyes turning to slits momentarily. Jade nodded as she dragged uncle off the roof. Good, now I can actually try, Naruto said as in a flash of blue fire fox ears poked out of his hair and a long bushy fox tail and his nails were longer. Toru rose an eyebrow at this as he followed after Jade and uncle while Naruto ran at the ninjas and swung his claws at them. Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. Naruto yelled as he slashed at a ninjas, tearing him in half. No more anime for you. Jackie yelled as he blocked the ninja's attacks with his shield. Oh come, Naruto was cut off as he received a kick to the face knocking him onto his back. Some of the ninja started to charge at Naruto. Growling, back off. Naruto yelled as he threw some red flames at the ninjas. The ninja acrobatically jumped over the flames before striking him once more using chains to restrain his arms. "Oh please," Naruto growled as he with a mighty pull pulled the ninjas trying to restrain him towards him and with a swing of his claws beheaded them. "Ow!" he yelled, pulling some shuriken out of his back. "Naruto!" Jackie yelled as he blocked some more attacks with the smiled. "Relax, I'm fine, healing factor, remember? But this seems excessive even over a shield," Naruto said as he wondered what the hell was so valuable about a shield. Jackie looked at the shield, maybe it's what is attached to the shield. He muttered looking at the center of the shield. "These things are gonna keep coming, so lose the shield," Naruto yelled as he slashed at another ninja. "Here, you want it? Go get it," Jackie said as he tossed the shield over the side of the building. The shield flew down to the streets below and Jade caught it. "Oh come on," Naruto said face palming. "Come on uncle, let's dash," Jade was saying before her path was blocked by Toru. "The shield," the man said, not amused. "Hi-ya!" Uncle yelled as he slammed his palm into the man's stomach, but it did nothing. "The shield," he repeated. "Oh fine, here," Jade said with a scowl as she handed the shield to the man. Toru said as he looked at the shield and smiled before leaving. Meanwhile up on the roof the ninjas all disappeared back into the shadows. "Oh good magic ninjas too," Naruto said as his kitsune features disappeared and suddenly a helicopter appeared over them and a light shined on them which they saw had Black in. "I promise it's just a advisory job," Black said over a microphone. With Toru. Toru walked into an office where what looked like a giant round statue with a dragon face on it was hanging in the wall. A man with blonde hair and a green suit was waiting for Toru. This man was Volmont, leader of the criminal organization known as the Dark Hand. "The shield Mstr," Toru said as he kneeled before him. Volmont looked at the shield and frowned as he noticed that the shield had an empty space on the front. "Where is my talisman?" the dragon statue asked, hissing in annoyance. "Toru," Volmont said with an unamused tone. "What?" the large man said, looking up from his bow. "This was a simple job." "How did you lose a talisman?" Volmont asked his enforcer. "Well, those ninjas were busy while I was getting the shield," Toru said, hoping to pass the blame. "My Shadowcon had trouble with a human?" the statue asked, finding that insulting. "A human with fox ears, a tail and claws and could shoot fire," Toru said. "A kitsune so far from home, I didn't anticipate this," the statue said, finding itself think more deeply. "Another demon Shindu?" Volmont asked curiously, wondering if he could trade up. "Indeed Volmont, tell me human, how many tails did it have?" One, Toru said as it was an odd sight to behold. Shindu was silent before. "Ahahaha. How the Kitsune clan has fallen. Most Kitsune have at least 4. So it's a weakling?" Volmont asked curiously. "Indeed Volmont," Shindu said, not giving the person any mind over the fact he could fight his shadow minions. "Your Shadowcon had trouble with a weakling?" Volmont said with a smirk. They were surprised by an unexpected factor. Shindu said defensively as his minions lost to a demonic creature that was something he'd copped to. "What's a kitsune doing with Jackiechan anyway?" Volmont asked, wondering why this man was so special. He called him his son Mstr, Toru said. "Ahahaha. A kitsune raised as a human. If Kurama could see this he would be humiliated." Shindu cackled, remembering a certain demon fox who he had much respect for. "Find the talisman Toru, and if this kitsune gets in the way," Volmont said, leaving the threat hanging in the air. "It will be done Mstr, Toru said with a bow before he left. With Naruto. Naruto and the others were talking with Captain Black in front of the building that Naruto and Jackie had just finished fighting on top of. I am sorry that this happened. I didn't expect them to go after your family. Jackie, Black said, sounding apologetic, and was planning on having security placed on the family for the foreseeable future. It's fine, they were after the shield, not us, Jackie said to him, knowing this would have happened regardless. No, they weren't, they were after Talisman. Uncle said to them. You mean this? Jade asked as she held out what looked like a rock with a sketch of a rooster on it. Wah? Jackie asked, surprised at his niece. Okay, now I'm impressed, Naruto said with a smile, as that was impressive sleight of hand. So can I get training now? Jade asked with a smile at Jackie. Of course, Jackie trained Naruto and he is more disciplined despite his pranks, Uncle said with a nod. You prank people? Jade asked with a smirk, thinking that sounded awesome. Is part of his nature. Uncle said, as that was as true as the air they breathed. I did some pranks back in Hong Kong. You want some help? Jade asked Naruto, who smirked back at her. Yeah. Uncle grumbled as he didn't expect this, as two pranksters would lead him to an early grave. Bad day, Jackie sighed as he knew now that he had Naruto and Jade around he was gonna be busy with all the chaos. Well, I'm hungry. Naruto said simply as his stomach roared in agreement. Very well, let's go out to eat, Jackie said with a smile at his adopted son as he had worked up an appetite. Awesome. I wanna try some American food, Jade said with a smile as Jackie led them all to a cab. Chinese restaurant. I wanted to try American food, Jade said with a flat look as everyone was eating at a table together. And I wanted ramen. Naruto said with a similar look. You need better diet, that's why you so short. Uncle said tauntingly. I'm taller than you, ow. Naruto yelled as Uncle smacked him in the forehead with his fingers. Don't sass, Uncle, the old man said in annoyance. I'm sure Naruto will show you around the city after school, Jackie said to Jade, trying to cheer her up. After I fix my bike because someone scratched it. Naruto said as he ate his soup. So the paint came off a bit, so what? Jade said with a shrug. You're lucky I don't charge you for it, Naruto grumbled as his ride was his baby. Whatever, Whiskers, Jade said as she started to eat. Whatever, tomboy, ah. Naruto yelled as Jade stomped on his foot hard. Wrong subject, great nephew, Uncle said with a amused chuckle. Enough, just eat. Jackie said, not wanting any tension during their meal. Naruto looked at the food before him when his eye caught the rooster talisman next to Jackie. So what power do you think it has? He asked his father. I've tried translating the inscription on it. It either grants the power to float or grants one a root beer float. Jackie said. You stink at translating, should leave it to Uncle. Naruto said as Uncle smiled smugly with pride. Yeah, let Uncle look, the old man said as he snatched the talisman from Jackie. So what is with your whisker marks? Jade asked Naruto as she took a fortune cookie. Jade, don't be rude, Jackie said to her as she was truly an American, lacking all sorts of manners. You could say they're my birthmarks. Naruto said to her simply. So I'm assuming you were adopted in Japan. Jade said, taking a few swings at what the answer could be. Would be BLD if Jackie would finally find a woman. Uncle chimed in as his nephew lacked few things skills with women top of that list. Dad's too much of a fuddy-duddy, Naruto said with a snicker. Fuddy-duddy, I'll have you know I had dates when I was your age. Jackie said, sounding proud. When was that, the Stone Age? Jade said with a snicker. Hey, I am still in my late 30s, I can find a woman someday, Jackie said to her. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for someone boring, Jade said as she thought librarian was more Jackie's speed. My money is on someone that will make him crazy, Naruto said with a laugh as he believed opposites did attract. Don't forget who gets you ramen, so keep it up. Jackie said with a small look. Indeed, you haven't had date yet, so Jackie have more knowledge than you, Uncle said, backing him up. Naruto paused at this. Not my fault, girls around me at school are boring, he grumbled as he took a fortune cookie. says the guy who turned down the whole cheer squad. Jackie said with a snort as she enjoyed the fact that he did, as it was funny to see their faces. They are all shallow, Dad. I would prefer a girl that has a personality, Naruto said as he opened his cookie and looked at his fortune. And the girl from the computer club? Uncle asked as he got a few customers from girls interested in Naruto. Oh, shut up about my love life already. Naruto yelled as he read his fortune, which said, true love comes from the unexpected. Naruto scoffed as he crumbled the fortune. Never doubt the cookie. Uncle said to him and felt a small wave of happiness for him. Let's see what mine says. Jade said, opening hers up. Naruto looked over her shoulder to take a look. Be yourself and good fortune follows, he read. Love will come from the grass of the snake. This doesn't even make sense. Jackie said, reading his own. Suddenly 3 figures approached the table. It was Finn, Ratso, and Chow. Didn't we beat you morons already? Naruto asked boredly. You cannot want and but kicking that bad, he said to them. Look kid, all we want is the talisman, give it up and we'll leave you be. Finn said to him, making this seem simple. Yeah, like, where'd it go? Naruto asked as he looked at the table and saw it was gone. Jade whistled innocently since when she spotted the 3 men approaching she subtly took the talisman from Uncle and pocketed it. Don't mess with us fox boy, Chow said with a smirk as Toru had warned them about Naruto. Naruto growled at this, but before he could respond Jackie got up and glared at the 3 men. I believe we told you to leave, Jackie said to the enforcers. The enforcers all pulled out what looked like extendable batons and swung them at Jackie, who just dodged and evaded while leading them away from the others. You want the talisman, follow me Naya. Jackie said as he ran out of the restaurant with the 3 enforcers close behind. Jade scoffed at this morons don't even know if he has the talisman, she said, unable to believe some people were so dumb. Yeah, Dad is good at manipulating the stupid, Naruto said with a chuckle. So that's how he's able to put up with you, Jade said with a smirk. Oi! Naruto yelled, not amused at jokes at his expense. Okay, you two, let's head home. Jackie can handle them, Uncle said to them, wanting them far away from criminal activity. Uncle, the manager looks mad, Jade said, pointing behind the older man. Uncle said as he looked where Jade pointed, as he didn't want to be sued because of criminals. Jade then grabbed Naruto by his arm and dragged him out of the restaurant. Wow, usually Uncle is more aware than that, Naruto said with a smile as him and Jade ran out of the restaurant and ran after Jackie. Old guys like him always underestimate me, Jade said with a smile. So you use that you look like a clueless girl to your advantage? Naruto asked, sounding impressed. I am not clueless, I'm street smart, Jade said. Is that why you took the talisman from Uncle? Naruto asked with a smirk as they ran. Jade's eyes widened at this as she was sure she wasn't caught. How did you? She asked, wondering how he spotted her. Please, you're an amateur compared to me, but I'm still impressed you got one over on Uncle, Naruto said as pulling wool over his eyes was hard. Jade said nothing as they were about to turn a corner when the path was blocked by a group of Shadowkan. Great, the ninjas are back, Naruto said with a scowl. You know these guys? Jade asked as the ninjas surrounded them. Naruto got kicked in the stomach, sending him to one knee. Yeah, me and Dad fought them on the roof, he groaned out. Why are they after us and not Jackie? Jade asked in slight fear. They must know you have the talisman. Naruto said, looking at the glowing dragon object that glowed in her direction. One of the Shadowkan held up the dragon cross that pointed in 4 directions, and the front dragon's eyes were glowing as it pointed at Jade. CRP, Jade said, not liking her luck. One then grabbed her and held her up. Hey! Hands off! Jade yelled as she struggled to get free. Naruto hesitated before he clenched his fist. F it, he said before he unleashed his claws and slashed at the Shadowkan holding Jade, cleaving off its head, making it drop her. What the? Jade asked, surprised. Naruto was grabbed from behind and thrown out into the street. Naruto growled as he got up and saw the ninjas approaching Jade. He then spotted his motorcycle nearby and ran to it and started it. He then drove it at the ninjas and threw some fox fire at them, making them jump back. "Come on!" Naruto yelled as he grabbed Jade's hand and pulled her onto the back of his bike. The Shadokan gave chase after them. Toru, who was watching nearby, rose an eyebrow at the fox fire. Disappeared fox fire, so he is a kitsune, he thought to himself before he followed with Naruto. Naruto and Jade drove down the street swaying trough traffic, trying to stay ahead of the Shadokan. "What the hell was that light show you put on?" Jade yelled to Naruto as she held on. "Foxfire, perfect for a distraction," Naruto said simply as he backhanded a Shadokan who jumped at them from behind. "That's not an explanation," Jade yelled as she watched the Shadokan try to keep up. "I will explain when we lose these guys," Naruto yelled out. Naruto then grunted as one threw a chain at the bike, wrapping it up in the bike tire before they got shot off the motorcycle as it flipped as they drove onto the Golden Gate Bridge. Naruto made his tail appear and he used it to grab onto one of the bridge's cords. "Jade!" Naruto yelled as he looked around to see if he could catch her. "Up here!" Jade yelled from above him. Naruto looked up and saw that Jade was floating in the air above him. "Looks like it wasn't root beer float," Naruto said with a sigh. "Ya glad I took this thing? Oh, by the way, what's with the tail?" Jade asked, pointing at Naruto's kitsune tail while holding out the rooster talisman. "I'm a kitsune alright," Naruto said with a sigh. Before Jade could get another word in, two Shadokan jumped up and grabbed her, tackling her to the ground. "Hey, back off!" Jade told as she shook her hand which held the rooster talisman. Suddenly a truck nearby started to shake before it flew at the Shadokan, making them scatter as several of them were hit. Naruto dropped down from hanging on the bridge rope. "Okay, not floating, levitation," he said as he offered her a hand. "Hey, I'm like Jean Grey now," Jade said with a smile as Naruto helped her up. "You're a nerd?" Naruto asked with a smirk as he kinda found this cute. "Takes one to know one apparently," Jade said with a smile. Naruto shrugged at this before he and Jade turned to look at the approaching Shadokan. Jade pointed the arm holding the talisman at them, sending them flying. "Glad you're a quick study," Naruto said as he threw some real fire at the Shadokan, making them jump back. One threw a shuriken that ricocheted all over the place before it knocked the talisman out of Jade's hand. "Ow, okay, apparently that one learned from Batman," Jade said, rubbing her hand. "Get the talisman," Naruto yelled, seeing the ninjas make way for the talisman. Before the ninjas could grab the talisman, Naruto quickly grabbed it and backflipped away. He then yelped, seeing Toru charging towards him. He then activated the talisman, making Toru stop charging at him and start to float up, and groaned as he dropped to a knee. "DMN, even for levitating you are heavy," he said, struggling to keep Toru in the air. "I think the ninjas are recovering," Jade said, pointing at the Shadokan who were all getting out of the pile they made when they tried to grab the talisman. Naruto groaned before he tossed Toru on top of them. "Whoa!" Toru yelled as he crashed into the group of ninjas, making them all explode into smoke. Naruto cheered weakly before he dropped. "Fatso was so heavy," he said. "Come on before he gets up," Jade said as she pointed Naruto's motorcycle, which thankfully wasn't damaged too badly. Before Naruto could respond, a Shadokan threw a shuriken at the motorcycle, which hit the gas tank. A spark later and the motorcycle exploded. "My bike!" Naruto growled as he dropped the talisman, which Jade grabbed, and soon the Shadokan reformed and started to approach. Naruto's eyes glowed red as his fox ears appeared on his head and a second tail grew out his back. The Shadokan froze as they felt Naruto's killer intent, but soon recovered since they didn't feel fear. Toru, on the other hand, was hyperventilating a little, as was Jade, never having felt such intent before. Naruto cracked his neck before he flexed his claws, and in a burst of power the Shadokan were instantly shredded to pieces. I'm slightly faster now," Naruto mused as his claws glowed slightly with a small aura. Naruto, Jade. Jackie said as he finally caught up. Talk later dad, these shitheads owe me a bike. Naruto yelled as he slashed at the Shadowkan with his glowing claws. Hey, they're staying poofed. Jade said, noticing they weren't reforming. We may need to ask Uncle what's going on, Jackie said as he helped his son fight back against the ninjas. Jade noticed that Toru was about to charge at them again. Not so fast, big man, she said as she held up the rooster talisman and stopped him in his tracks. Not again, I hate heights. Toru yelled as he floated in the air. Jade smirked at this before she made a gesture with her arm, and this caused Toru to go flying away from the bridge and fall into the river below. That had to hurt. Jackie said as he winced slightly. Not as much as I am, they destroyed my bike. Naruto yelled as he destroyed the last of the ninjas. How did you make them stay gone? Jade asked curiously. Hell if I know, my bike, I made this thing from parts left alone in the junkyard, 7 months, it took me 7 months. Naruto said as he held a part of his bike fondly. Why do you have 2 tails now? Jackie asked curiously as he finally noticed Naruto now had 2 tails. Again, hell if I knew. Naruto said, not caring as he was still mad. Well, for now we need to get out of here, so civilian mode please, Jackie said, using the term Naruto used for his hybrid form. Naruto nodded as his ears, claws and tails disappeared as several armored trucks approached. Jackie! Black yelled as he got out of the truck. You're late, Jade said snidely to the agents all getting out of the trucks. Are you both okay? Jackie asked. I'm fine dad, my bike on the other hand, Naruto said with a scowl. Jackie frowned at this as he knew how much work he put into his motorcycle. A bike we can fix, replacing you not as simply. Black said to him simply. Yeah, you're right, but I'm still pissed, Naruto said flatly. Where is Toru? Jackie asked as he had spotted the big man following after the 2 teens. I sent him flying with this, watch. Jade said as she held up the rooster talisman. Jade wait dash, Naruto was saying, but it was too late as Jade made several of the vans the agents used float in the air, making them all jump back surprised. What is this? Black asked surprised as he had definitely never seen something like this. Magic, Naruto said with a shrug. That's real? Black asked shocked and surprised this was even possible. I'm afraid so, Jackie said with a sigh. And we have 11 more to find before the Dark Hand, each with their own power, Naruto said. Black and Jackie gained worried looks at this as they now understand that they couldn't let the Dark Hand have any of the talismans. 11 more powers to try. Cool. Jade said with a smile before Jackie snatched the rooster talisman from her. Hey, she yelled. Magic is not a toy, Jade, Jackie said to her sternly as this could have been dangerous in the wrong hands. No SHT, I used it as a tool to help Naruto, how about some appreciation? Jade said with a pout. What, I watch your language? Jackie sputtered out. Naruto smiled at this as he approached Jade. If it means anything, thanks for the backup, Jade, he said as he held up his hand to high-five his friend. Jade smiled at this and high-fived Naruto. So Jackie, since the Dark Hand is after you and these 2, you can stay at Section 13 for now, Black said. Jackie hesitated at this but soon nodded since he didn't want to put his family in danger. Good luck getting Uncle to move out of the shop, Jade said with a smile as she already had an idea of how the elder would react. Ha! You have a better chance of making me quit ramen, Naruto said as him and Jade started to laugh. Okay, you 2, let's head back home, you both have school tomorrow, Jackie said to the 2 teens. Oh great, I heard schools here are terrible, Jade said as Jackie led her and Naruto to a agent's van. Tell me about it. Naruto said as the hours sucked, the food was terrible, and there was barely any Wi-Fi. Says the guy half the girls in said school tries to get with, Jackie said to him teasingly. And they all fail, Naruto said with a scowl as he hated fangirls. What, are you gay? Jade asked her question sounding teasing and genuine at the same time. Jade. Don't be rude, Jackie said as he tried not to laugh. What, all those girls and nothing? What kinda guy are you? Jade asked curiously, never meeting guy with that type of restraint. The kind who likes a girl who's not shallow. Also I'm not gay, Naruto said with a glare at Jade. Prove it, Jade said with a glare back. You have a nice butt, ow. Naruto yelled as Jade punched him in the throat. That's not proving anything, that's just saying CRP, Jade said with a scowl. Wow, you must have talent. You took Naruto out with a punch, Jackie said as he saw his son wheezing on the floor. Well, it was either a throat punch or PP kick. Jade said nonchalantly as Jackie made a mental note of that so he knew what to dodge for when training Jade. With Shindu. Toru went back to his MSTR to report what happened. So the kitsune grew a second tail, Shindu said in slight annoyance. It would seem so, Volmont said, having no clue what it meant. A kitsune gains more abilities as they gain more tails, and it seems like this one now has the ability to actually hurt my Shadowkan with his claws thanks to their natural ability to disrupt things made of magic, Shindu said, wondering if the boy's powers were repressed and all the action or even the magic of his talisman and Shadowkan was causing him to awaken his own powers. So the Shadowkan are gone for good? Volmont asked curiously. Of course not, it will just take a few hours for them to be able to come back. Shindu said as it took a certain amount of power of him to be able to summon as many Shadowkan as he did in his current state. Well, for now we will continue to find more of the talismans. Hopefully your ninjas can handle this kitsune, Volmont said as he looked at Toru. The next day. It was the end of the day at Naruto's high school and Naruto was heading for his locker. Before heading home, as he opened his locker he saw Jade nearby at her own locker. Hey neighbor, how was your first day of school? Naruto asked with a smile. Boring, which you should know, we have most of our classes together. Jade said as she took out her backpack and turned to look at him. Well, I hope you're ready for a long walk. Naruto said as he still was bikeless. I'm fine with walking and you could use the exercise, ramen boy, Jade said with a fox-like grin. So could you after those 3 hamburgers? Naruto said, receiving a punch to the gut making him drop to his knees. I stay active, Whiskers, and that's the second time I have caught you off guard. I thought you were trained. Jade said tauntingly. This is only because my dad taught me not to hit girls. Naruto said as he was seriously having the longing to toss Jade a certain distance. So your weakness is girls? Jade asked with a smirk. And yours apparently is moose. Naruto said, seeing the Moose World stuff in her locker. Hey, I saw your anime stuff in your room, so don't start with me, Jade said as she slammed her locker shut. Fair, Naruto groaned as he got up, still holding his stomach. Back at section 13. Naruto and Jade walked into the mini apartment that they were provided with by section 13. Still can't believe we are living in a secret agent base, Jade said with a smile as she found this exciting. Yeah, but it feels like eyes are always on us, Naruto said as he had caught the eyes of many agents as apparently they saw what he and his father could do, and some had the gall to challenge him to a spar which ended terribly for them. That because you pranked one of their best agents, Jackie said as he came in with a packed suitcase. Okay, first of all you can't prove it was me, second what's with the suitcase? Naruto asked as it was always best to deny everything with his pranks as no proof meant they couldn't prove it was him. There's reports of a possible talisman in Mexico, so, Jackie was saying. Alright. A family trip. Jade said with an excited smile. Wait Jade, I don't dash, Jackie was saying. Dad, it's Friday, we can go with you right? Naruto asked as Mexico wasn't that long a flight. Jackie paused at this as it was indeed a weekend. Okay, you both can come with, but you have to do your homework before you do anything, he said to them. Fine. Naruto groaned as he knew that was the best deal he was gonna get with his dad, plus it'd kill time on the plane. Now go pack, you two, Jackie said with a smile at the 2 teens. This is so cool, I get to see Mexico. Jade said with a smile as her and Naruto went to their rooms which were next door to each other. You want to see the world? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Of course. I have spent my whole life in Hong Kong, and it's so boring. Jade said with an excited smile as she went into her room. Naruto chuckled at this, finding Jade's excitement cute. Should I start planning curfews for dates soon? Jackie asked, seeing Naruto's look towards Jade. What? That's crazy, you're crazy. Naruto yelled at Jackie before he went into his room. Jackie chuckled at this as he shook his head, knowing that most likely nothing was gonna happen between them. Didn't mean he couldn't mess with his son a bit since he never got to do that. The next day in Mexico. Jackie was in a Aztec temple outside a Mexican village. Are you sure it's still here? Naruto asked, spooking him as he found it hard to believe anyone wouldn't have come here of all places. I thought I said to stay outside and keep a lookout. Jackie said to him. We did, the Dark Hand showed up and we came here to warn you, Jade said simply. Yeah, okay, let's get this talisman and get out of here, Jack said as he approached what looked like a ox statue. After a few moments of inspecting the statue, he put both his fingers in the ox's nose, making its mouth open. Knew it, Naruto said, seeing that the mouth was empty but it had a space where the talisman obviously was supposed to be. Hush, we need to get out of here, Jackie said as he turned to leave, but he spotted Toru, Finn, Chao and Ratso approaching. You can beat it, someone already beat us to the punch, Naruto said. You think we're gonna believe that, fox boy? Chao asked as they all took out weapons, mainly the physical kind. Look for yourself, Jade said, pointing to the stone ox head. Kitsunes don't lie, Toru said as he knew his history. Everyone looked at Toru at this with raised eyebrows. My mother told me stories about kitsunes, Toru said while he rubbing the back of his head sheepishly. Then since there is no talisman here to fight over, there is no reason for us to fight, Jackie said calmly. He was raised as a human, Toru, what's to stop him from lying? Finn asked. If I wanted to lie I would have said it was in my pocket. Naruto said with a flat tone. Even then you could tell his whiskers twitch when he lies. Jackie said. Thanks for telling them that. Naruto said as he hung his head as his father just couldn't shut his mouth. Okay, enough, let's just get rid of them so we won't have to deal with them anymore, Chao said. Naruto had a flat look on his face before he raised his hand and unleashed some fox fire. We know those don't burn, kid, Ratso said with a smile. Naruto glared at the men and his eyes flashed red, unleashing some of his killer intent. This caused them to freeze up and start to shake. Okay, let's go. Naruto yelled to Jackie and Jade. You need better practice with that, Jade said as they ran, not liking she still felt his killer intent even if it wasn't aimed at her. Talk later, get to the truck. Jackie yelled as he pointed at a truck parked at the bottom of the temple they left. They got to the truck as Naruto rubbed his eyes. I'm not used to that thing, makes my eyes burn, he said. Must burn your stamina like that glowing claws trick you learned, Jade said as they all got in the vehicle. Let's just get going before they come back, Naruto said, not wanting to fight them now. Jackie nodded as he looked at the vehicle. No keys, he said, laughing slightly in embarrassment. Oh, for crying out loud, Jade said as she went to hotwire the vehicle. You know how to hotwire? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Duh, Jade said as she tinkered with some wares and started the vehicle. We will discuss this later, Jackie said as he hit the gas and they left the area. Later in town. Naruto and Jade were outside a tourist shop waiting for Jackie, who was inside. Can't believe we missed out on a talisman, Jade said to herself. Hey, who knows what happens to them as time goes by? I mean, take the shield, it had to have been by itself at one point before it got placed in it. Naruto said. While Naruto and Jade talked, a teen Mexican boy approached them holding a stack of flyers. Excuse me, Senior and Senorita, but are you too busy tonight? He asked. I don't roll like that. Naruto said simply. No Senior, I was just wanting to ask if you and your girlfriend were interested in seeing El Toro, the teen said as he held out a flyer showing a picture of a man in a luchador outfit. Not his girlfriend for one, and who's El Toro? Jade said as she took the flyer. He is the best luchador in all of Mexico and I'm his student Paco, the teen said introducing himself. Nice to meet you Paco, is this real wrestling? Naruto asked curiously as he looked at the flyer over Jade's shoulder. Oh yes, this isn't fake like other wrestling. His next match is tonight. I hope to see you both there, Paco said with a smile as he left to go pass out more flyers. Huh, could be fun, Naruto said as he looked at the flyer. Naruto, look at this guy's forehead, Jade said as she pointed at the flyer. Naruto looked at where Jade pointed and saw that there was what looked like a talisman with a carving of an ox on it. Oh geez, Naruto said with a groan as Jackie came out of the tourist shop wearing a sombrero. Little big, don't you think? Jade asked with a snicker at Jackie. They had your sizes, Jackie said as he placed 2 sombreros on the 2 teens' heads. We found the talisman. Naruto said as he passed the flyer to Jackie. Jackie took the talisman and frowned as he looked at it. Well, looks like we will have to go talk to this El Toro, he said, thinking this to be much simpler than it was. Good luck with that, says here in this thing on luchador rules. A luchador never removes their mask unless they lose in wrestling, Jade said holding a pamphlet on luchador wrestling. I'm sure we can handle this like adults, Jackie said as he shook his head. Good luck, but if you end up having to fight I ain't going to see how my fox strength holds up to a bull, so you're on your own. Naruto said as he was not that strong. He's not a actual bull, Naruto, Jackie said as he shook his head. I know I'm not stupid, but if he has the ox talisman he'll without a doubt have strength, Naruto said as he caught a brief translation of the talisman. Uncle was looking up as he searched for all the talismans. You think the ox talisman is strength? Jade asked curiously. Well, what else would it give? Horns. Naruto said as he doubted that was its power, as there were only certain principles the ox displayed. Jade nodded at this. Yes, strength makes the most sense, plus Paco said he's undefeated, she said. Paco? Who's Paco? A boy? Jackie asked, sounding worried. Relax, he's just a friend, Jade said with a scoff. And you tease me when I do SHT with her, but when it's another person you get overprotective. Naruto said with a flat look. Hush, I don't want you around boys alone, Jackie said to Jade. I wasn't alone, I was with Naruto and he's a boy, Jade said. He doesn't count, I know he's not gonna try anything with you, Jackie said, waving it off. Naruto and Jade sighed at this, as Jackie was annoying when he was a mother hen. Later that night, Naruto and Jade was in the stadium that was set up for El Toro's match. Think we should be taking bets? Naruto asked Jade. You want to make money on your own dad getting his butt kicked? Jade asked curiously. You think dad's gonna try fighting him? Naruto asked, knowing that his dad was most likely trying to talk to the wrestler in his room. He won't stand a chance against a wrestler. Jade said as Jackie's lack of longing for violence made it so he was gonna get his butt handed to him. Yeah, and if I'm right about the power the ox talisman has, and if dad can't get the talisman away from him, then yeah, he doesn't have a chance, Naruto said with a shake of his head. Then what do we do? We can't just rush in and rip it off the mask. Jade said as she saw the man and how protective he was of it, like it was an obsession. For now we should watch and see if we can find a weakness of this guy. Naruto said as everyone had a weakness. Hello Senior Naruto, Senorita Jade. Paco said, seeing them in the crowd. Oh hey Pacho, Naruto said with a wave. It's Paco. He corrected. Oh my bad, Naruto said with a frown, since he didn't want the team to think he was being rude. So I see you came to see the champ win again. Paco said with a smile. Yeah, about that. How long has he been undefeated? Jade asked curiously. For as long as I could remember. Paco said with a smirk. Was it since he had that rock on his mask? Naruto asked, deciding to hit the nail on the head. Rock? What rock? Paco asked. That explains so much. Naruto said flatly. The ox symbol on his mask, Jade said to him. Oh. Yes, actually he's been undefeated since he added that symbol to his mask. It's his lucky animal, Paco said with a smile. Naruto and Jade looked at each other as this was pretty much proof that their hunch was correct. They then saw the very luchador they talked about walking onto the stage with a cape on that he threw to the crowd. Well, at least he doesn't seem like a JRK, Naruto said as he saw that El Toro was actually smiling at his fans. They then saw Jackie, who was wearing a mask, was pushed onto the stage. Seems your father is going to get humiliated. Keiko said. Why is he dressed as a chicken? Jade asked with a smirk as she tried not to laugh at the chicken mask Jackie was wearing. To make us even more embarrassed. Naruto said as he face-palmed. The announcer then approached and took out a microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a fantastic match for you, the undefeated champ El Toro vs. The announcer trailed off looking at Jackie. Jackie shrugged at this since he didn't have a name. El Pollo Loco. Naruto yelled out with a big smile. This got a laugh from Jade and soon the entire audience was laughing. Ugh, Naruto. Jackie groaned. Do you know him? El Toro asked as he tried not to laugh. That's my son. Jackie said with a sigh. Ah, well, don't worry, I will be sure not to do any permanent damage, Senor Pollo, El Toro said with a nod. Bad day. Jackie muttered. Begin, the announcer yelled. El Toro charged at Jackie. Wait a moment, I just need to tell you, oh my hip. Jackie yelled as El Toro grabbed him. Naruto and Jade winced as they watched the one-sided fight. He's not that good, is he? Paco asked curiously as Jackie was somewhat living up to his wrestling name. Well, Dad is more a martial artist and prefers to be non-confrontational, Naruto said with a shrug. Still think it's too late to make money betting on El Toro? Jade asked Naruto whispering. Yeah, this match is over, Naruto said as they watched El Toro throw Jackie to the ground and then slam his body on him. The announcer went to check on Jackie and raised his hand. El Pollo Loco is knocked out. The winner and still champ is El Toro, he yelled. This got cheers from everyone. El Toro then walked over and ripped off Jackie's mask as part of luchador custom. I'm loopy, Jackie sang before he fell to the floor. This got laughs from the audience and a groan from Naruto. Oh, relax, at least now you have something to tease him with, Jade said with a smile as she had her phone out. You're recording this, aren't you? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Duh, Jade said with a smile. Is there anyone here that feels that they can take on the champ? If anyone here can last 3 minutes, I will pay the equivalent of $5,000, the announcer said with a smile. Think you can last that long? Jade asked him. Let's find out, Naruto said as he raised his arm. I'll do it, he yelled as he started to walk down the stairs towards the ring. You think Senior Naruto will last 3 minutes? Paco asked Jade. I have complete confidence in him, Jade said with a smile. Don't worry, little one, I'll try and go easy on you. El Toro said with an assuring smile, as assuring as one who he was about to pummel could get. I'm honored, Naruto said with a smirk as he got eye to the ring hole. 2 men dragged Jackie away. Naruto and El Toro stood off to their respective ring sides before running at each other, grappling with their hands. Naruto grit his teeth as the luchador tried to push him back when ox talismans in the center of his mask began to shine as his strength increased, causing Naruto to be pushed back. Naruto tapped into his kitsune strength as his eyes flared up, increasing strength, leaving the two in a small stalemate. El Toro then grabbed hold of the boy by his wrists, lifting him off the ground, spinning him around before tossing him, hoping to throw him out of the ring. Naruto cried out in shock as he was flung. He reared his left back, kicking back in the air, launching himself at El Toro, raising his left up in an axe kick. El Toro raised up his arms in an X block as the attack made impact, causing him to grit his teeth in pain while the ring started to crack slightly. Naruto flipped back, sweeping under El Toro's feet, knocking him on his back, giving Naruto the chance to pin him down, but before the announcer even got to for the luchador easily threw him Naruto off him. You are strong, little one, but the fox is no match for the bull. Yeah, especially if the ox is using a certain talisman, Naruto said with a knowing look. El Toro paused at this and looked at Naruto with a hard look. 2 minutes. Someone shouted. Just gotta last one more. Naruto muttered to himself. Yeah, the luchador yelled as he charged at Naruto like the animal he chose to represent. Naruto charged at him with a confident smile. He's loco. He can't win with a straight-on attack. Paco yelled. It's not, Jade said with a smile. At the last second Naruto slid under El Toro's legs and used the ropes as a springboard as he knocked the bull over. And that's time, the announcer yelled holding up his stopwatch. Naruto sighed as he dropped to his knees. El Toro rolled over laughing. Mi amigo, I haven't had a fun match like that in a long time, he said as he got up and approached Naruto and held out his hand to help Naruto up. Naruto nodded and let the luchador help him up. Look, we need to talk about your mask's decoration, he whispered to the luchador. El Toro paused at this but nodded. We can talk later outside the arena, he said, since he was willing to give a fellow fighter a chance. Jade cheered as she walked over. You just lasted 3 minutes against a guy twice your size and strength. How do you feel? She asked as this was quite the accomplishment. Everything hurts. Naruto said as he rolled his arms. Here you go young man, $5,000 and that display was worth every penny, the announcer said with a smile as he handed Naruto an envelope. Good, you can buy me dinner, Jade said with a smile. Ah, you have a lovely señorita already, that's good, you won't get a big head, El Toro said with a smile. Not my girlfriend big guy, she's a tomboy, ow. Naruto said as Jade slugged him in the arm. Quit being a smart butt and let's go get Jackie, Jade said with a scowl. Yeah, Naruto grumbled as he followed Jade out of the ring. El Toro chuckled at this as he watched the two teens leave. Paco walked over with a frown. Can't believe you lost. It was more a tie, my young student, El Toro said with a smile. If it was a real fight you would have defeated him cause you're the best, Paco said. Perhaps not. El Toro Fuerte said sagely as he saw more to Naruto than. With Naruto. Why do you have money? Jackie asked, rubbing his head. Cause I lasted 3 minutes against that guy, unlike you chicken boy, Naruto said with a smile. You suggested that, not me, besides I needed a disguise to meet him. Jackie said to him, defending. Well, he's going to talk to us about his mask's attachment. Jade said to him. How did you pull that off, Jackie asked in shock. Lasting that long and being able to somewhat match his muscles. Naruto said to him. Ah, you earned his respect, Jackie said in understanding. Well, I'm no luchador, but I know how to earn a fighter's respect. Plus you used some of your kitsune power, Jade said. Why, you cheated? Jackie stuttered out, surprised as his son never cheated. Dad, he has the ox talisman, what did you expect me to do? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. I find it better to win using your skill, not having to rely on powers to fight your opponent. Yeah, and Uncle said, and I quote, Kitsune abilities are your heritage, so don't ever feel shame for using them when needed. Naruto said, doing a small impression of Uncle. Yeah, and how do you use them, in pranks? Jackie said with a knowing look. Oh, whatever, he's been cheating in just about every fight, I just leveled the playing field. Naruto said as it was a fair fight if he was being honest. Hey, at least you got a meeting with him and money, so let's get going before the Dark Hand shows up, Jade said as they headed for where El Toro told Naruto to meet him. Speak of the devil. Naruto said, seeing Toru down on the ground. Wholesome Shadokan attacked El Toro, who was in a suit. It never ends, does it? Jackie said with a sigh as Fin Chao and Ratso ran at them. Naruto grabbed Ratso and hip-tossed him. Jade dogged some swipes from Chao and jumped and kicked him in the side of the head. With them all unable to help El Toro, a Shadokan used a grapple to tear the ox talisman off his mask, tearing it off his face. El Toro never removes his mask. He said, angered, before getting knocked over by Toru. We have the talisman, let's move. Toru said as he held the ox talisman. Not so fast big man, Naruto yelled as he went into his half-breed form and jumped at him. Toru back-handed him, sending him sliding across the ground and into a wall. Wow, go Toru! Ratso said in excitement. Toru charged and sent Naruto through the rest of the building with a stomach slam. Ugh, okay, now I'm mad, Naruto groaned as he got up. Suddenly some ropes were thrown around him. What the hell is this? Naruto growled as he tried to get free from the ropes. Steel cables, son. Finn said as he danced like an idiot. And our boss decided to provide us with something special just for you. Chow said as he dropped a canister, dog tranquilizer mixed in with knockout gas, he said as those close put on a breather mask. Nighty-night. Toru said, knocking him out with a punch to the face for added good measure. The large sumo-built man then picked him up. Come on, we're leaving, our boss would like some words with you, little fox. Let him go, you fat sack of fudge. Jade yelled with a look of fury on her face as she jumped to punch Toru, but it did nothing. Toru looked at Jade with an unimpressed look and grabbed Jade's face before pushing her away, which caused her to fly into Jackie and crash into a fruit cart. The Dark Hand laughed at this as they left. El Toro groaned as he got back up, holding the remains of his mask. Come on, we gotta go after them. Jade said to him. Without the talisman I don't have strength. El Toro said. You may not have your strength, but you do have your skill. Without the talisman you are still El Toro. Will you help me save my son? Jackie asked as he kneeled down and put his hand on the wrestler's shoulder. El Toro looked at Jackie and nodded before they left to follow. So alright folks, that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 2. Do subscribe, like and share for more such videos. Also check out the story and author KFB Anime 87 on fanfiction.net. Press the bell icon to be notified first on release. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.